Welcome to this week's live stream.
That's right. Welcome. And we are no longer in Thailand. Can you believe it? We can't believe it.
I see a lot of people in the chat already. Welcome, Ted, HJ Dreams, Lori, Gary, Monica, Dean Craig, David, and VR. Welcome. Good to have y'all here.
Does anybody know, everybody know where we are? I don't know if, ooh, unexpected good luck. I like that name.
North Carolina. Hey, Brenda and Clinton, welcome. Greetings to you as well.
I don't know if people saw our social media post, if you guys know where we are.
I don't know if we
right.
said where we are. David knows.
Well, yeah.
Did you say where we were?
I didn't say it just now, but David did. Thank you, David.
Hey, Drew. Hey,
We
Cherie.
are in Cambodia.
Hey, Noah's Ark and Kelly, welcome. Portugal. Ooh. Hey, Petra.
Nice.
Welcome. Yeah, we are settling in. It's our second day in Cambodia, so it's not really, we didn't really have to go very far.
No. I downloaded a book to listen to. Well, I was finishing up a book that I had downloaded. I thought, oh, I'm going to get, ahead on this book on this flight. But we got on the plane and I started listening to it, and it felt like literally only like 45 minutes before they were like, all right, we're starting our initial descent. I was like, are you joking? I'm like in the meaty part of this book. I'm like right towards the end of it, and it's a psychological thriller. So I was like, oh, dang it.
We set it on group.
Oh, on group me. Got it. It's for in our Da Nang group. Yeah.
I didn't even get my headphones out on the flight. I just stared at the wall. So I just looked out the window.
Rob did the old-fashioned raw dogging the flight.
I just
Wasn't that hard.
Stared out the window the whole time. Hey, wave to the camera.
Hello, Chris from Philly.
Hey, Scorpio. Chris.
I was just texting you. And here you are.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Well, we're so excited to have you. Hey, Lisa, welcome. We are going to be talking about our budget today, which has really been blown out of the water.
Ooh, I like this one, Dutch Duck. I like that, from the Netherlands.
Cricket Spoon.
Hello.
Hey, welcome, Cricket Spoon.
There's so many cool ones.
Yeah, they're cool because a lot of them
I know.
are YouTube channels.
Hi, Christina. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the live chat.
Hey, Mike from Bangkok. We're no longer in your city.
We missed you when we were in Bangkok.
There are going to be a lot of people in Bangkok from this chat, I think, in early May. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people there. But we won't be there, but a lot of people. So, hey, Laura. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jack. Yeah, Jack's going to be one of the people in Bangkok.
Ooh, that's right. In 2 days. I think you're arriving on the 1st, aren't you, Jack? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Leaving on the 1st or arriving on the 1st?
I don't know how long you're going to be there, but I think Traveling Hatter is going to be there in May also.
Yeah, there's also someone else, but I can't remember who.
So check out the Where Are We Wednesday thread on the community so that you can catch up and see if you're there at the right time. At the same time, I should say.
Hey, Ted. Hey, Heather and Cherie. Welcome, everybody.
Glad you're feeling better, Ted.
Yeah, glad you're feeling better, Ted. Heather has a question. I'm wondering what it was like to stay 6 months in Thailand. That's the longest you've stayed somewhere in a while, right?
It is, and it felt really so weird. When we got to the airport, I was like, this is weird. I don't know why it felt so weird to me to leave, because we'd been there for so long. And it's such an easy place for us because it's literally a second home to us.
I actually got anxiety the night before we left. I used to get anxiety a lot when we were traveling. We were like going from place to place when we first started traveling. And then since we've been doing it so much, it kind of went away because
it kind of
we were leaving somewhere every week. And then being in Bangkok for like 5 or 6 months, I was like, oh, I don't want to go. And the anxiety is worse when you're leaving a good place and you're going somewhere that you've never been. So that's what's the case. And then we got to the airport we have the priority pass, which you have to get. If you don't have priority pass, get the priority pass, which you get with the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Amex Platinum. So we got the priority pass. We're like, let's go to the club lounge. So we go to the club lounge. Nothing like in the United States. Tell me if this would ever happen in the United States. We sit down first of all, we get our food. There's nobody in there. There's like 8 people, 10 people in the lounge.
And it's a pretty big lounge.
We sit down, and 2 women come up to us, and they're like, would you like to be next for the massage? I'm like,
We're
what?
like, what?
They're like, oh, we do free massage for everyone in the club lounge. I'm like,
Free 15-minute massage.
I'm like, oh yes, we're still in Thailand, so this does make sense. So sure enough, they come back. They're giving us massages right in the middle of the Priority Pass lounge, and it was like one of the best massages we've ever had. It was amazing.
I just sat
I was
there.
like, why are we leaving?
Yeah, I closed my eyes and I was like, this is Thailand's last attempt at trying to get us to stay another 6 months, which we could do because we have a visa.
Yeah.
We could have stayed. We've been wanting to come to Cambodia for a long time. By we, I mean mostly me. Not that Rob didn't want to, but I've been wanting to go actually to Angkor Wat forever and ever. I know this is going to seem really silly, but I have always wanted to go to Angkor Wat because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan.
Is that why?
The movies with Angelina Jolie, I just really liked them, and they filmed there, so I wanted to go see it. But I still, not just for that, but I've always wanted to go there because it's such a beautiful place. And I love temples. If you've never seen our videos about me doing my little side trips, I absolutely love going to houses of worship everywhere that we travel, even if it's not something, that is what I do or what I think or believe. I still really enjoy going to houses of worship abroad. So I would really like to see the ruins at Angkor Wat. So
I didn't know that. So yeah, you guys can ask questions whenever you want, and we'll just kind of get to them as we are just going to kind of free form questions, talking about our budget, making announcements, all kinds of things. So if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in any time. Now, it does kind of go pretty quickly, so we may miss it. So if we miss it, just ask it again. Let me address a few things quickly here before we get started. First is that it's only a month until we meet up in Da Nang. And so I know a lot of you in this chat are going to see us in a month in Da Nang. We're so excited. But if you have not got your visa yet for Vietnam, this is the time. This is the time to apply for your visa.
That's right.
So
this is your sign to apply.
If you were
as
waiting,
soon as possible.
Yeah, do it now.
We're very excited.
Get that. And so there are 50 people going to Da Nang for the group meetup. That's the meetup for the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be life-changing. The first cruise was life-changing, not only for us, but for a lot of people. It really is, like, you can already tell, like, there's a group chat going on already. So if you're not in the group chat, jump in there. You can tell people are starting to get excited because it's getting close. So the activity is picking up.
I woke up this morning and there were 120 messages in the group chat. Now, it doesn't matter because it doesn't alert me each time. It just shows up the little blue number in the box because I don't have the alerts turned on. I just see that there's messages when the number pops up. Yeah, that's why I don't do group chats. But the group me is great because you don't, it's not like an actual text, which is really nice. But I went back and enjoyed the conversation that you guys had while I was asleep.
Yeah, we wake up to the conversation.
We wake up at the end of your conversations throughout the day.
When we wake up, you're all asleep. So, yeah, so jump in the chat. And if you're, because there's a couple things we need to know from a few people too, if you want to go on some of the outings we're doing. So jump in there. But that's the first thing.
Laura says she's very excited.
Yes, we're excited. We love going to Vietnam, so it's going to be just a great time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cat Mom, good morning, good afternoon, and
Hey,
good
Nikki.
evening. We have
Hey,
all
Monica.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, Monica, you're gonna feel like we did leaving Thailand. Just why are we leaving?
Yeah.
We should just
It's
stay.
going to be, that's going to be tough. 2 months off, Monica. It's going to be hard to go back to work. You're going to have to really psych yourself up, give yourself a pep talk when you go back.
Yeah, so we do have, let's see. Hey Earth Blooms, new member from Nebraska.
Oh,
Awesome.
welcome.
Community member from Nebraska. Awesome. Yeah.
Welcome.
So Da Nang is coming. There are a couple of group cruises that we're signing people up for. 3 more people signed up today. There are 63 people going on the Iceland and Norway cruise. Can you believe that? 63. That's going to be amazing. It's such a cool cruise.
Yeah, because we added a couple more people to it. And we just kind of were looking at the lists because we were adding some people to it. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be so many people. It's going to be so fun because you're literally everywhere you go on the ship, you're going to run into somebody you know.
Exactly. And then also on the Antarctic expedition cruise, there are 18 people on that now. So that's going to be...
yeah, that one grew
awesome.
Also today.
Yeah, that's almost 10% of the ship. So
same thing on that ship. We're going to run into people we know everywhere.
Yeah, so Kelly is asking, do you need to be a member of the community to join the cruise? Yes, you do. And that's because if it was not that way, it would just be way too big. So we want to be able to spend time with the people. And that keeps it basically like-minded people on the cruise, because you're there. Like, the thing about the group cruises and the meetups in Da Nang is you're there to meet people who are like you, and pretty much most of the people that subscribe to our channel are like you, and you're gonna walk away with lifetime friends. So that's a cool thing about it.
Yeah.
Even we did.
Yeah. We did too. So. Because we do still have plenty of room to, make friends, especially in this sphere, people that you're going to be running into while you're traveling. It makes it more fun too. So that's kind of nice.
Let's see. Oh, Cricket Spoon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's see what they say. I have learned so much in your YouTube course and retirement course. I really enjoy the communities that come with them too. Hope to join you on a trip one day. Nancy Baker, the Cricket Spoon. Thank you,
and
Nancy.
I definitely want you to join us, Nancy, because I know you're going to bake something good on one of these trips. So I definitely want you to join us. I have a sweet tooth, and I actually really enjoy baking also. So I would love to run into you on a trip as well.
Yeah. Deborah says, hi from Deb and Rob in Kuwait. Just returned from a 12-day NCL Pearl cruise. Caribbean had perfect weather.
Ooh, wow.
Now back to 110 degrees.
Oh,
okay.
Not good.
Well, I won't complain then. It's only 96 here.
We left 101 in Bangkok. It's all right. I mean, we're used to it now, but
72 inside though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Monica's asking, how does the Schengen zone work when you're on a cruise? Example, we're leaving from Florida to Spain to get your Iceland cruise. That is a very good question that I don't particularly know the answer to. So what we've done, just because we were not wanting to risk it, is when we count a cruise, we just count the whole cruise. Because the thing is, like, we've often left from Italy, but then, like, you might go to a non-Schengen country, although now there's not that many of them, but you might, like, let's say you go to London, technically you probably shouldn't have to count that as a Schengen day, but if they stamp you in, stamp you out, I don't know how all that works. So whenever we're doing a European cruise, we just count the whole time on the cruise as Schengen zone in our minds, and then we are sure that we're not going to go over. So that's to say, I don't know. You might not have to count it, but I can't tell you for sure.
I guess basically you're saying what we do is encourage you to count it because you don't know where they're actually going to, like I said, stamp you in. So count it. Like that's going to happen to us also this year because we have the YouTube cruise, and we have to start, the clock starts basically when we arrive for that YouTube cruise in May, and it has to, we got to really calculate very tightly our time in Schengen, so that we're going to have essentially the same issue, except ours is going to start on that YouTube cruise back in May.
Yeah. We don't know when we're going back to Bangkok yet. No plans. Nothing scheduled yet for
We
Bangkok.
haven't figured out how we're finishing up our year this year.
We have so many group trips that we're
Hoping to
doing.
get back though. But there's just so many good places, you guys. As much as people ask us all the time. Somebody asked this week on a comment on one of our social media posts or something. They were like, "I thought you guys moved to Bangkok." I was like, "No, we didn't move anywhere. We don't plan on stopping our movement. We just stay in the places we like a little bit longer, but we don't stop our movement. As a neighbor used to say, we don't stop our feet."
Wave to the camera. I do have news for you. They say, I really want to do the Antarctica cruise, but my husband isn't interested, and all the solo cabins sold out so quickly. They did sell out very quickly, but there is one cabin that has it's for 2 people, and there is one woman in it.
Who's in our group.
And she's looking for a roommate. And so there is a place for one woman to still pay only
So
half.
you would be, splitting the cost with her.
So if you are interested in that, let us know. It's Linda. I don't know if Linda's on here.
I don't think I've seen
You'd be
her on
rooming
here
with
yet.
Linda. I don't think she's usually on here, but
Yeah, she usually is, but I don't
maybe
think
not
she's on
this
here
week.
right now.
But yeah, so there's one spot for one woman.
So there you go. Now you have something else to think about.
So let's see. David's answering the Schengen question.
Yeah.
Let's see. David wants to know, do we have a residency visa? No, we have a
Destination Thailand visa. So
Yeah.
it's a 5-year visa, staying 6 months at a time. But you just extend it basically, so you can literally stay 1 whole year, and then just leave and come right back. So it's a 5-year visa though, like a proper visa. We had to apply through the embassy. That's one of the things that we did when we were in the U.S. on this last trip home to the U.S. That's why it was so long, because we weren't sure how long the visa was going to take to acquire. So we had to give ourselves enough time before we left. But thankfully, we had it in the first month, and so we were able to buy our ticket back to Bangkok pretty quickly.
let's see. Monica's interested in. It's Linda Clark is on the Antarctica cruise. There are not any solo spaces on the Italy cruise or the Africa safari, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's the case. Do you make a point to book units in lower floors? We did when we left our apartment. Yeah, we got low-rise hotels
In Bangkok.
in Bangkok. Probably not in other cities, but in Bangkok we just felt that it was probably good to do for our mental well-being.
Mental health.
Yeah,
So we didn't have to stress about it.
we're no longer flinching every time there's a noise in the apartment. Or I'm not. I don't think you ever were. We're almost recovered.
I think so.
Some 80% recovered, I'd say. So we're actually not in IHG now. We're in
No.
Marriott.
Yeah, shocking.
So that's
I wonder why it's so pixelated.
Yeah, it could be our internet.
Yeah, could be the internet.
Yeah, the earthquake was part of the reason we went over budget. So we'll start with that. You can drop questions
Good
in
question.
the chat. Good question. Good segue.
We'll go right into it then.
Good segue for that. Yeah, we are on new internet, so hard to say. But we got to the end of this month, and we were $13,400 over budget. So our budget is $4,000. That means we spent $17,400 this last month, and that was like shocking to do that. It's the worst month we've ever had in the 8 years we've been doing this.
Or even come close to that.
Never even come close. Yeah.
The highest before this was maybe like close to 5,000 maybe, but
TV David Harrell's watching on. Maybe that 17,000 was to buy. Did we accidentally buy him TV? Maybe that's when I checked that Amazon
So like
account.
when your dad sent your brother a TV by mistake.
Yeah, that is what happened. So we spent $17,000, and it just like spiraled out of control because there was nothing we could do about most of it. And so we're gonna go over what happened and how we dealt with it. It wasn't future travel for the most part. The first thing that happened was, if you don't know, Allie's father passed away last month, and there's funeral expenses, and funerals are more expensive than you would imagine. If you haven't gone through that situation, they're pricey. Yeah.
And even when, my parents prepaid quite a lot anyways, but for some reason there's still extra costs. Like you think you've paid for it, and then you're like, their funeral home, it's like a money pit, and they find a way to charge you for various things. So that added up really quickly.
So that was a part of it. And then, of course, the earthquake happened, and like that happened like a week later, and then it was like we needed to just get out of. I needed to get out of the apartment basically immediately, and so we ended up getting another hotel, and a couple things came with that were like not troubling, but like expensive. When you're cooking and you've bought all this food, you've bought like 3 weeks worth of groceries, that's basically all trash. And then now you're eating out all your meals. And so that was like double paying on the accommodation, double paying on the food. So much waste, just like waste everywhere.
Yeah, there were actually several people that looked like they were doing the same thing, because there was other trash in the trash room that looked similar to what I was throwing out. Like you could see someone was throwing out bags of food and things like that. So, I wasn't the only one. We weren't the only ones that left, but I actually went back by myself because Reb wasn't up to going back to go finish packing up our stuff. So, thankfully, it's not that complicated, and I could get the bags packed and a car to drive me back to the hotel where he was. And he was still having trouble walking too, was the other problem, because he had hurt his foot coming down the stairs, which brings us to medical costs incurred as well.
Yeah, so the next thing is medical. So the earthquake did cause quite a bit of medical doctor's visits, and they're not super pricey, but like this is just adding up. It's just snowballing. So I had quite a few visits to the doctor, and none of that was really terrible. But then on top of that, because Bangkok is so good medically, we had planned to do extra stuff, and then our new hotel was like literally right next to the hospital, like literally the next building over. And so then we were like, well, we're here. This has been such a bad month. Let's just get all our medical stuff done that we've been putting off for years. And so, we'd done like the really important medical stuff, but there was some stuff we needed to do. That's kind of like in the back of your mind. We need to do this. We need to do this. And so we're just like, let's just do it. Not only the necessary, but then even some of the elective stuff that we probably should have done years ago. Because when you're on the road that long, there's only so many times you can do it. So we decided we're going to do it all. So we ended up incurring basically thousands of dollars worth of medical stuff. And I think it was worth it because it was an investment in our health. But that was expensive.
Yeah.
So next time you see us, we're going to be like super healthy. Maybe it won't show up that quickly. But Allie actually, then when we were walking, Allie actually tore the meniscus in her knee. And so her knee has been giving her a lot of trouble.
Very cranky.
So medical was another big part of that. And then we decided, we weren't going to be coming home anytime soon. And we haven't seen our daughter in a while. So we were talking to her one night, and we were telling her we're going to be in Japan. She was like, oh, I'd love to go to Japan. I think we both just kind of broke down because it was like had been
Sucker.
such a bad month. We're like, it'd be really good to see our daughter because she's, a lot of fun
And she loves Japan.
she's a great person.
She did her. You guys have probably chatted with her on here before. She did her study abroad in college in Japan, and she's always had a great love for Japan, really for all Asian culture. Because I know she also adores when she comes to see us in Thailand. But this time around, she thought, oh, maybe Japan sounds great, and so we're gonna have her. Actually, her and her boyfriend will be joining us in Japan when we're there this fall.
Yeah, so I was poking around on the internet and I found some flights for them, $653 round trip, LAX to Tokyo.
You're not gonna beat that.
So we bought those, and then we had to get another hotel room, which is not super cheap in Japan.
Not real easy in Tokyo.
And then we had to buy a couple flights ahead to be able to get, had to get our flight out of Vietnam to get our visa for Vietnam. And so this all added up. And so basically it came to, what did I say, $14,000? Yeah, $14,000 over budget, which was just crazy. And then this doesn't even count in there, but it was tax month too. So it was like it was like a shocking month.
Yes, Michelle, it was a really kind of crummy month. And you know what's funny? Yes, we do have a very loving, strong, supportive family on both sides. As a matter of fact, I was just texting with your parents today, with your mom, and we're just truly thankful to have such great family, and our kids are so great and they do so well. So we are super thankful for that. And just the thing that was really cool for us too was we celebrated the Thai New Year, Songkran. If you saw our pictures on our social media, we had some friends visiting from LA. And so they were there, and we all went and celebrated Songkran, which is Thai New Year together. And what they do is they celebrate with this huge, water fight. I think we talked about it maybe a couple weeks ago. And it just really felt like it was kind of a cleansing. Like we started to actually feel better from that day moving forward for some reason. And it just, it was just something, it was new. It was our first time celebrating Songkran, but we got back after that first day and we were like, I feel good. Like I feel better. And just kind of started, feeling better from then forward. So I think that that's helpful too, kind of just embracing. And I think the whole play factor of the celebration, I think really helps to kind of, like they say, kind of wash away the old and start fresh and clean. So it was like starting a new year for us also.
Yeah. So that was definitely our worst financial, month. And I think when we reflected on it, we're like, how did that happen? Like we didn't do anything. We didn't make any bad decisions. It just happened to us. And I think that's the thing. Like you have to realize when you're going to do this life, we've been pretty fortunate that those months haven't happened before or like often, and they're probably not going to happen often, but that is part of what just happens. And so you do need to have that margin, and that's one of the reasons we're happy we have and do the YouTube, because basically if you're wanting to know how we handled that, it was because of YouTube. I mean, the YouTube income basically is going to get us through that. We did pick up one sponsorship last month, which is going to help quite a bit. Not nearly all of that, but it's going to help. And so, it's those little things that we were happy about, the affiliate income, like all those little things. When I know people think that people oftentimes will say, hey, I clicked your link, or hey, I signed up for this card with your link. And you may not think that makes a difference, but it does make a huge difference to us. It makes a huge difference to every creator out there, because they deal with things that like we're telling this week because it's part of the video, but I don't think most creators do a video like this where they talk about their bad months. But it is super helpful, and that's we encourage people, if you're gonna travel, if you're gonna do this kind of thing, it's a great idea to have a YouTube channel because you can make that extra margin in your life. And thank you, Ted.
Ted,
Ted, I
you're so
appreciate
sweet,
you.
Ted. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. You're amazing, Ted.
Ted's trying to make me cry. I'm not in the mood, Ted. I don't want to cry, Ted.
That'll
Don't
go
make
a
me do
long
it.
way here in Cambodia. I saw some.
Thank you.
I saw some pretty cheap pizzas down the street. Yeah, David, we did use. You have to pay out of pocket, but then you have to file a claim afterwards. So we're in the process.
We're in the process. We filed and started submitting all the stuff.
We're in the back and forth process. Yeah.
Some of it is covered, but not all of it will.
Not all of it. Yeah, my
like the testing and stuff. Some of that.
The stuff we did for us will not be covered just
Yeah.
because we wanted to do it. Yeah. So. Yeah. Thank you, Ted. Yeah. So anyway, it really was a blessing. YouTube's been such a blessing, and I think a lot of people that end up like starting to do this kind of travel thing, and then they end up quitting. It's because of that. It's because of the lack of margin they had, and then things get too tight, and then they get very stressful. And so we just say, if you're gonna do this, you might as well try to earn some money, because even if you don't need the money now, you may want it at another day. So, later, yeah. So
another day.
So that is basically how we got through, and that is why also we stick to our $4,000 budget, because we could raise that. You know, on a month-to-month basis, we probably make enough on YouTube where we could do 6,000 or 7,000 a month, but then these months would be even harder. So we just, live within your means. If you're in Asia, there's not much reason that you need to be over $4,000
unless you have all the issues we had this month.
Yeah,
but for the most part, that should be happening.
Thank you, Drew and Claire. Yeah, Allie, they're talking about Allie's video on Travel Asia with Allie. Why don't you tell them what that was about?
Yeah, that was great. That was such a great find. We were so excited because we actually, the last time we were in Halong Bay, they were building it. They had just started working on it again, the post-COVID. They had been working on it again, and I remember seeing the Hyatt Place sign out in front of it, and we said, oh, there's a Hyatt coming there. Oh, I totally forgot all about it, and then we were looking stuff up the other day, and Rob was like, well, guess what's open now? I was like, what? I always get excited when he says stuff like that. He's like, what's open now? I always know it's going to be a cool deal on a hotel, and sure enough, so I was like, shoot, we got to tell people about this, because it's a category 1, and it is an insane deal if you want to go hang out there. And there's actually lots to do there in that area. There's restaurants, and of course, you're in Halong Bay. It's literally right out the front door.
Yeah, so it's a great place to get your globalist status. Like we're always looking for category 1s because you can knock out 30, 40 days there. Like it's literally October, November, December of this year. This Halong Bay, Vietnam Hyatt Place is 3,500 points a night. You could just knock out 40 nights there, have your globalist, and it'd be super easy.
And do it in style.
Yeah.
In Halong Bay.
Some of
I was
you,
very excited about it.
Gary and HJ Dreams, I think you're coming on the Halong Bay trip, so check that out before or after the Halong Bay part with us. Might be good. Shree says the mini food cooking class was adorable.
Oh my gosh. I had the time of my life. I know people were probably like, what is her deal? I just love really tiny things. And I was so excited. I had so much fun. I mean, did you see that little fryer where I made my fried bananas? Oh my gosh. I mean, the bowl was this big. And she actually put oil in it, and it was actually frying. I mean, you're not going to beat that. Best cooking class ever.
Yeah. Hey, Doc and Bean. We're doing well. I don't think we're down anymore. I think just recounting the last month probably made us seem down.
No, and well, Rob always has allergies, struggles with allergies when we switch countries. And he's actually probably sneezed about 30 times today.
Yeah, it's a weird
So he's
thing.
probably all stuffy too.
It's the yeah, I got that northern nasal.
Yeah.
It's whenever we change like the pressure, the humidity changes. The pressure humidity here is different than Bangkok, and it takes me about 2 days to
Yeah.
adjust. So
Hopefully he'll be better in another day or so.
I think I'll be better tomorrow.
We've got some tours booked this week already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gary, if you go to that, we're gonna go to that Halong Bay Hyatt because
We've already booked it.
we're trying. I know you got a lot of nights in the Hyatt, Gary. We're trying to hit 150 this year. That is, I think we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do over 100 at IHG. Looks like we're gonna be over 150 at Hyatt, and then we're jumping into Wyndham and what
Marriott.
else? And Marriott. Yeah, we should be able to hit platinum on Marriott this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna hit our 150 on Hyatt and get that like free night anywhere certificate. Although I was looking where you could use it. I don't know that it's that great because they're all in like the Caribbean. So let's see.
Brown-eyed girl, did I get to say bye to my massage girls? I certainly did. I don't leave without saying bye to them. Actually, if you see my our last social media post on either Facebook or Instagram, I posted some pictures because my massage girl brought her little girl. She lives in northern Thailand, and the little girl stays with her parents, and she comes to Bangkok and works and then sends the money back. But she had her little girl with her who's only 2.5, and she was in the shop, and I couldn't contain myself when I saw her. She was so stinking cute, and if you see the picture on social media, you will agree she's an absolute doll. I squealed when I saw her, and I think I scared her, and then she was not interested in me, which really broke my heart, but I think I scared her with my squealing because she was so cute.
Let's see. Have we tried the Intercontinental Nha Trang? We haven't, but we're going to try the residences, not the actual Intercontinental. For some reason, the residences in there is a lot cheaper. We're gonna try that.
That would be the building right next door, basically.
K-Sways, we are super excited for the YouTube and the Africa Safari.
That's
It
right.
is going to be amazing. I'm excited to get a new lens for the Africa Safari.
He's already making plans for when we're in Japan. He's been watching lens videos. I already know when he's making plans because he watches 2 particular YouTube channels. And I'm like, I could hear the voice. Like, I know the voice of the people who are on these 2 channels that he watches when he's looking for a lens. So I'm like, oh, here we go.
If you're wondering, I watch Petapixel.
That's his favorite.
That's my favorite.
Those guys are actually really funny. I like to watch the videos just because they're really entertaining, and
I
don't even care about the lens. Like, I don't care at all.
The other one that we watch that you like too it's Kai, Kai.
Oh yes,
Kai
those guys
W.
are really
They're
funny.
funny, too.
Although we don't understand half of what they're saying. They have really thick accent. They're are they from China?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're from somewhere
Hong
in
Kong, I
Asia.
think.
Hong Kong, yes. Sorry. They're from Hong Kong, and they have really strong accents. And honestly, half the time you don't understand what they're saying, but they're so funny that you just can't not watch them. So I love when he watches them because it's really funny for me. Entertaining, at least. Better than when he watches stock channels.
Those are not funny.
Those are more for my sleeping pleasure.
Yeah, so we're going to be investing in a lens. I did take a couple pictures this last month. That was cool. So got my Bangkok picture, nighttime picture. Monica's going to be, and Gary, both in Halong, looking into that. Awesome.
There you
Brown-eyed
go.
girl's going to have a look. Let's see. Have a group photo drop so we can all share photos. Yeah, you can share them right in the community. Share them. We'll take a look. Yeah, Halong Bay. Yeah, that was the thing. We booked our Halong Bay on cash because it's this rare thing where the cash is much cheaper than the points. So we booked Halong Bay on cash. Hey, there's Alexa. Our daughter's here.
Alexa's clocked off of work and she has joined us. Everybody say hi to Alexa, our daughter, who's going to be joining us with her boyfriend in Japan later.
Yeah, and Alexa is Alexa's also going to be on the Italy Rome YouTube cruise because she is a YouTuber.
That's right.
So, yeah. She just published a 24 hours of reading only books from the Dollar Tree video.
If you've never been shopping at the Dollar Tree, Alexa enjoys shopping for books at the Dollar Tree.
I was there for the filming of that video.
The first one, yes.
First one. So
We
that
were
was
there.
fun.
We were instructed to not be in it.
I was instructed to not do anything dumb.
Don't do anything dumb, Dad.
So, yeah. Lots of, I have a lot of experience of not doing anything dumb in front of Alexa because that was basically, I mean, you dads know this if you have a daughter. Basically, you can't do anything dumb in front of them. That's the rules. But you can't not do any, you can't say nothing. You have to say something, but it can't be dumb. So.
How to get from Holland to LAX? Holland from
that's
LAX.
tough.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, you have to go to Hanoi.
Yeah, you'd have to stop in Hanoi for sure, and it's not a far drive from Hanoi. Gosh, I'm trying to think. You'd probably maybe Hong Kong or Taiwan, or maybe Seoul.
Yeah.
One of those
It's
would
tough.
be.
You're gonna probably have to go to.
Is Alexa my favorite? No, we have 2 kids. We also adore our son as well. Alexa's just always on here.
I thought Alexa was asking if she is our favorite.
No, it wasn't. In our family chat earlier, Rob was trying to take my #1 fan of Alexa's status away.
I got it.
But then she gave it right back to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Vincent, don't you start up some family drama. He says, got it. So she's not your favorite.
Well, that's technically true because if you're neither the favorite or not the favorite. Vince lasagna. Is that anything like vegetable lasagna?
I wonder if Vince knows what that means.
If you've seen Seinfeld.
If you're a Seinfeld fan, then you would definitely get that. I haven't been to Hammer Museum.
Hammer Museum. I saw a Hammer Museum in Alaska.
In
once.
Alaska.
Didn't look worth the $8. I can tell you that.
It did not. I could see half the museum just from the curb.
Christmas and New Year's in KL. Who's got suggestions for Kuala Lumpur for Christmas and New Year's?
We've never been there for New Year's. We were there for Ramadan, so there were fireworks. That was 2020 during our 3-month lockdown there. Yes, you're right. Alexa is 100% our favorite daughter.
David A., great to see you.
David,
David's gotta
thank
go to
you.
sleep.
Good night. Thank you for joining us. Sleep well.
Keith, you were asking a question earlier, and I saw it, but I couldn't remember it. So if you want to ask it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What was it
I don't
that
remember
you
what your
asked,
question
Keith?
was.
I'm sorry. What was it?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
remember.
escaped my mind.
Yeah, there were so many popping up at once.
Yeah. Yeah, Alexa's going to be 2 trips with us. One this year, one next year.
Yeah.
We may never come back home.
We keep running into her all around the world.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that same thing, Gary. So, from Halong Bay, what are we doing? I think we're going to Hong Kong.
Yeah, that is. We've got a group trip to Hong Kong. That's going to be a good trip too.
Yeah. Do they do the full body scans in Thailand? Yeah, I'm sure they do. They'll do anything.
They'll do any kind of test you want. They have tons of them.
They'll give you a
Tons
massage
and
in the
tons.
airport. I mean, it's just like
You can do any kind of. I mean, like they'll literally scan for anything that you want. You just buy the package, and they have descriptions of all the different packages. You can try either Bangkok Hospital or Bumrungrad Hospital. Those are the 2 that we've tried. There are others, obviously, as well. There's actually tons of them. Those are 2 very popular ones. There will be a little bit more than the other hospitals, but they will most likely to speak English and will be a lot easier to deal with. So if you're okay with not having that, you could do some of the other ones too. There's lots of options,
Yeah.
in Thailand if that's where you're looking.
And I've only been out of Thailand for 2 days, and it's like I already miss it because Thailand is just. If you haven't been, you don't know. It's Thailand. It's just Thailand. Like you can do things there you can't do anywhere else. Where can you ride a giant water slide in a mall? I mean, it's like I see this last 5 months in Thailand. I saw so many things that I was like, you can't do that anywhere else. It's like, it's just like, but you should be able to.
Uh-oh.
Our computer just
you
crashed.
lost your screen.
Our computer crashed.
Let's see, it's coming back
Hopefully.
slowly. There it is. It's back.
Hopefully, yeah. In fact, when we took off from Bangkok yesterday, we got up in the air and I could see the runway, and then the runway that we took off on. Did you see this? But there was literally a golf course in between the two runways.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, did I just see what I think I just saw?
Can you go golfing at the airport in Thailand?
Because we flew out of the older airport. We flew out of DMK yesterday because it was just, a flight to here. So, yeah.
I have to check this out, but there's literally a golf course between the two runways in Thailand. Like if you hit a slice, like
you're gonna hit a plane taking off.
Be on the runway. Man, so many fun things. Let's see. Okay, we got a couple questions here. Joe has an irrational fear of not being able to access money when traveling. Can you give ideas or reassurances?
Irrational fear to just bring money with you. You can always exchange it at the exchange houses if that makes you feel better. You can do that. We've never had that. I mean, our full-time travel life has only been like the last 8 years, but before that we traveled tons and tons, and even before this much technology, and never ever once had trouble getting money out of anywhere.
Yeah. The only place you could possibly have trouble, which is going to be Keith's question, is Japan.
That's what his question was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was trying to get tickets.
What are night ranger? That's not baseball. What's a night ranger ticket? Your cards keep getting rejected. So this is why we talk about PayPal card, because PayPal card does tend to work in Japan.
Oh, Night Rangers is a band.
PayPal card does tend to work in Japan when your other cards won't. And you will literally go through like 10 cards and none of them will work in Japan. It is almost impossible to buy certain things. Like Disney tickets, you really can't get them until you just get to the park. So
yeah, we ended up having to buy them on Klook.
I would try, Keith, a debit card and see if someone that you know has a PayPal card, debit card. That worked for us when nothing else would work. Other than that, it's just irrationally hard to buy things in Japan with a
card, with an out of Japan card. Sometimes it can be a little complicated.
Now, when you get there, your card will work. Unless it's metal, they won't take those.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't
Make sure you have more than just metal cards.
You can't buy things online in Japan very easily. It's like...
Yeah, I don't know why it's so complicated, because you can do it very easily in person, but yeah.
It's one of the worst experiences trying to buy something online in Japan. Yeah. Let's see. Since I will be in Vietnam, should I try to get to Bangkok while on that side of the globe?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the time, for sure.
If you have time.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Oh, Gary's going to be in Bangkok May 9th. We should have... we need to do a Bangkok meetup. We could like relive the... what's the movie? What's the movie? The Hangover?
The Hangover. I don't think so.
But with non-hangover type
I was going to
things.
say, well, that should be really interesting since you don't drink.
Well, I won't have a hangover, but we're just doing the stuff. So.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see. Yeah, a week is better than 0 in Thailand, that's for sure. Have you experienced the flying chicken restaurant in Bangkok, where they throw the cooked chickens on a head with a spike? I don't think we have.
No.
I would remember that. Travel for food. Hello.
Hello from Paris.
David knew it was a band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to do money exchange?
Yeah, people use what Mike is saying. People use Super Rich. I personally am not a fan of exchanging. I just take it out at the ATM. We get our fees taken away by our bank, paid for by our bank, so we don't have to worry about it. So if you have a card like that, and I think Nikki mentioned Charles Schwab is definitely one of the banks that has no ATM fees. So that would be a great place to start. And like I said, you could use something like PayPal as well, or just any other bank that doesn't charge ATM fees would be good. But we like to just take the money out at the ATM.
Yeah.
Personally.
Let's see.
Yeah, Wise. That's
yeah.
a good idea, yeah.
Anything that's like different, like, because if you have like one Amex card and it doesn't work, they're probably not all gonna work. And if you have, a bunch of the same type of card, that's why we have a PayPal. Something that's different sometimes works. Try a debit card. PayPal card is I think it's a MasterCard.
Mm-hmm.
The debit card is a MasterCard.
I mean, they may use Visa also, but ours in particular are MasterCards.
Yeah. Yeah. We spent a lot of time in the W.
We actually stayed one time for a couple months there at the what was that place called? The Skywalk? That white building that has the, right next to W District. It's in W District. It's got the rooftop bar. Really gorgeous views from that rooftop bar. I don't think a lot of people know about that one. And it has like even a glass walk over the garden area of the hotel or of the building. It's kind of cool. We stayed there. It was good. We ate at W District a lot.
There's a new restaurant we like that we read has a location there now. The barbecue place.
Akiyoshi.
No.
Oh, the
Holy Smokes.
Holy Smokes, yeah.
It's pretty good barbecue. Holy Smokes in Bangkok.
It's really good.
If you need to order barbecue, it's pretty cheap, and the brisket portion is huge.
It's really good.
So
it might be better than the barbecue we've had in the U.S.
Yeah, it's pretty good barbecue.
It is very good.
Julie H says the Royal Thai Air Force golf course is located between two runways. The course has no separation from the runway, and golfers are held back by a red light whenever planes land.
Oh, you got this off Wikipedia. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we've all learned something. I like it.
That's the thing. Like, if we did like a hangover weekend without the hangover, that's the kind of stuff we'd go do. Right?
We can see if the Royal Thai Air Force will let us golf on their course.
Can we go golf there? Yeah.
See if we can make buddies with any of them. By the way, it says anybody watch the social media, mostly TikToks of the Thai men drawing either red or black cards to see if they have to sign in to serve the military for, I think they serve for 2 years. They all at a certain age have to go, and watching them, if you draw the red card, then you have to serve, I think. If you draw the black card, then you're good. Oh my gosh. That's like the greatest entertainment watching these guys. Absolutely hilarious. And they have like a whole section of like the lady boys who are doing it too, and they are, oh my gosh, I laughed so hard watching them do it. They were absolutely hilarious. They'd like hug and kiss the military men that were holding the thing. It was so entertaining.
Yeah, they have like whole routines that they're gonna do.
Monica, that guy was hilarious.
Like if they get the black card, then they break into like a whole choreographed dance because they're so happy. And if they get the red card, they just drop to the floor because they're devastated.
Wynn wants to know what your shirt says. It's actually a baseball shirt from a team, the Ori Buffaloes, and it basically just says Ori, 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 which is the name of the team. It's like a chant for the team. We asked the security guard because we wanted to make sure it didn't say something horrible. He was like, oh no, it's just the cheer for our team. He was more than excited that Rob bought this shirt, by the way.
Yeah. Now I've started getting served those Thai drawings.
So funny. Super entertaining. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You will be entertained.
Yeah, you don't really want to transfer airline miles to hotels or hotels to airlines because it's terrible conversion. You do want to transfer Chase points to Hyatt. I think we've transferred over 400,000 Chase points to Hyatt this year, which is a lot. Um,
Yeah.
Probably David Harrell has more than that saved up.
I know David Harrell has way more miles right now than we do for sure.
Yeah, we're using all of our miles.
Yeah, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, we got 280 something nights booked. Actually, it ended up being more because we ended up at hotels those last few weeks in Bangkok instead of our Airbnb. So ended up being more than we originally planned.
So David was asking earlier, I think, when we were talking about the finances, about is that why you did the challenge right now? It wasn't why we did it. Because we're doing it on one of our smaller channels. It wasn't necessarily to make more money. It was just that it was a good time of the year. So what we're doing in the YouTube community, YouTube course community, is after people take the course, they get their channel going. We're setting up. We've always done this for ourselves. Like we mapped out for the whole year what would be the best time to push on this. What would be the best time to push on this? So we're just doing it with everybody now, what we always normally do. And so,
we're just including you in on our own. We like to challenge ourselves throughout the year, so there's always something.
Because if you don't, you'll hit a lull. Like, so 1 month we'll have like affiliate week. And so it's a week where you got to take and like get all your affiliate income in order, get all your links, because affiliate links are like really tedious to put in all your videos and get organized. But if you don't take like just a week and do it, you'll never do it. So we have affiliate week where no matter what, our top priority is to get all the affiliate links in the videos. And then we have Vlogust coming up in August. But last month, we started the 3-month double your income challenge. And so a lot of people that are in this chat, I think, are doing it.
Are working on it, yeah.
I hope that it is going well for you. And we're going to be able to talk about it when we get to Da Nang. It's going pretty well for us. We're going to be filming tomorrow, actually.
That's right. We made plans today.
It was a pretty complicated month, but we did pretty well. And the challenge did help us, because that's the other thing, is like we like to stay ahead on our videos, because you never know when you're going to have a month like we just had. And if you're not ahead when you have that kind of month, you can't film for like a week or two. And then you'll just say, oh, you know what, it's okay, I don't need to publish this month. And then you're behind. So we always try to stay ahead.
Yeah, and that's not when you want to get behind. It's really makes things, then you feel like once you get behind, then it's hard to catch up, and then you just get stressed out, and then you're like, oh, forget it. And then it's easy to kind of fall out of the loop of doing stuff. So it is really good to always kind of be ahead, or have things, that you've recorded that you have saved for a moment like that.
Yep. Good, David. Congratulations. First 3 videos dropped.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where can I access the affiliate link for the YouTube course? Are you talking about, are you in the course and you want to be able to give out an affiliate link, or you want to get in the course? It would be 2 different things. Oh, sorry. I said 2 things. Tell me which one of them you are.
She's in the course.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Yeah, I have to make you one. Just leave me a comment in the community, and I'll make you an affiliate link, because they're all individual. There's not just like one link.
Yeah.
Cherie by C. Cherie's gonna get monetized here very soon. I have a feeling.
I can feel it.
It's coming. We've watched your latest videos. They're so good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you guys can drop your channels in here if you want. Nikki's got Adventures of Dave and Nikki. 2 in the pocket.
Yes,
that's good.
That's perfect. That's what you
Travel
want.
for food. This is why I'm joining your groups. I haven't posted in a while. I need the course. Yeah, it's almost like personal trainer, but for YouTube. Keep you motivated. We try to keep you motivated.
Well, and it helps also because everybody else is in it also, and everybody posts their stuff, and it just kind of keeps you motivated, and you see other people working too, and you're like, hey, I need to be doing my stuff too. So
Yeah. Oh, Stacy Simply Meals is getting the crock pots.
Yes.
So I was wondering if you saw it. I think, did I talk about the crock pots in the challenge video? I think I
I
did.
think you did.
As
Yeah.
in like an example of what you, because we were giving out examples for everybody of like what you could do to kind of boost your income, types of videos you should be making. And so I gave out an example of Stacy's channel. She's gonna actually do it. This
Yeah,
idea,
Stacy said you did.
yeah, this idea, I thought it was pretty interesting because,
Well, we love it actually, I love it, but it also breaks my heart, your channel, Stacy, because we used to do a lot of crock pot meals back in the day, and we loved them. So I loved them because I like to see what you make, but I also am like, oh, I miss making crock pot meals. I haven't made a crock pot meal in like 8 years.
yeah,
But I did like making them.
yeah, it is so much easier to do YouTube when you have a community of people. Like that's what we found. So it's lonely if you're on your own and you don't know where you're at. Like you don't know if you're doing well. It's easy to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Ted. He says if I could spend every day of my life hanging out in this community, I would do it. We just need people to come meet up with us and we could do it.
I mean, I may be biased. I am biased, but I think our subscribers are some of the nicest people because I think the level of like we get almost like zero mean or rude or even slightly rude comments, like never. And people are always like, "Oh, I'm just so scared of putting stuff because people are so mean." I'm like, not like we're like amazed and just like, wow, we have the best subscribers that are so nice, like super kind people. It's incredible. What an amazing group of people.
Yeah. And you know, I almost bought I wanted to buy a crock pot in Bangkok.
You
We
did.
were going to be there 2 months.
We bought the air fryer, and he
the
was
air
like,
fryer.
"Should we get a crock pot?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know.
We
It's
bought
going
a
to take up a
blender.
lot of counter space."
That was what was so bad about the
Yeah.
earthquake too, because we lost
know.
our blender and our
And our air fryer.
yeah. When we're somewhere for a long time, I'm gonna buy a crock pot because I love beef stew. Oh,
He does.
I love beef stew.
That was one of the things we made all the time.
I eat that every day. Let's see. Yeah, Monica, I can make you a link also. There is a thread of links. I'll probably put them in there and tag you guys.
And Win, or I don't know which one it is. I think it's Win, or maybe it's Keith. We only joined the travel course. We should have joined both. Need the motivation to put out some content. We do have a discount code in the course if you want, so you don't have to pay the full price. If you already bought one of the courses, there's a discount code. If you later decide to buy the other one, it's in the course. But if you can't find it, just post in the community, and we'll put it in there.
Yeah. David, you're flying business class. You better be filming that.
That's
I
right.
hope you're planning on filming your flights.
Yeah. Oh, that's the question. I think maybe that Win or Keith asked earlier was maybe about flights. If we do upgrades or like if we get different ones, and it depends. I think that's what the question was earlier, or if it wasn't, then it was somebody else. But asking about if we upgrade our flights. And last year we had a bunch of points that we put into Aeroplan because they had a great transfer deal, and we got 4 business class flights. Oh no, was it Amex?
Yeah.
Yes, it was my Amex. It was Amex Platinum. I had a ton of points on there, moved them to Aeroplan, and got 4 business class flights. They were amazing, on great airlines. Eva Air and Singapore did. I think one, and then I don't remember what the other one was on. Anyways, they're on Travel Asia with Allie. The reviews of those, but we did do those, and then sometimes we do like when we're on AirAsia. On these small planes, they don't really have obviously business class, but they have something called hot seats. A lot of the time we upgrade to those because even though it's only like $6 to $10 to upgrade to those seats, for some reason nobody else flying on the plane wants to pay them. Like we each had a row of 3 seats to ourselves on this last plane in the front. The back of the plane was packed solid, but those first, I think like 5 or 6 rows were almost empty. Like I said, we each had an entire row to ourselves. I had my legs stretched out and everything, living the dream.
That's right. Let's see. If anyone said anything bad, your subscribers would handle it. Yeah, sometimes
That is true. They do,
A
and it's
couple
kind of
times
funny.
they do, because like we're asleep often. Like usually the video is published and then we go to sleep right after, and then we wake up in the morning and we're like, let's see what happened overnight. And on occasion there's like a bad comment. People will just like jump on them.
We're like,
It's
oh, well, we don't have to say anything. They've been taken care of.
That's
That
funny.
is very true, Cherie.
Looks like Shree has a few subscribers in here now. How many subscribers do you need to get monetized, Shree? It's not going to be many. I still think you're going to be monetized in Da Nang. So let's see. Have we thought of going on the Amazing Race? I don't think we'd do as well.
So many people asked us that. You guys haven't met me. I would not be good on the Amazing Race. If you met me in person, you would be like, yeah, you wouldn't make it.
It would be funny.
Rob
though.
might, but I would not make it. I would actually just be dead weight.
8 years ago, maybe.
Really?
8 years
No.
ago, I might have made it. You
Rob
might
would have made it, but not me, no. I
Not
wouldn't have
now.
made it even 8 years ago. No, I'm a big baby.
I couldn't even make it down the stairs in my apartment for the earthquake.
Poor Rob.
I ain't gonna make it on the Amazing Race.
Poor Rob. Oh my goodness.
There was a show before the Amazing Race that they would just drop you somewhere and they wouldn't tell you where you were. Now, I thought that was a pretty interesting show.
Yeah,
This
I
was
don't
like
remember.
15 years ago. I don't remember what the name of it
Yeah,
was, but
I don't remember.
yeah, we should do our own Amazing Race. How about that?
Even Alexa says that Allie would not survive a survival reality
now,
show.
If I
true.
went on the Amazing Race with Alexa, that would work.
Done deal.
Okay.
Done deal. Alexa's a queen. She is like savage. You cannot mess with this child.
Right? Alexa, do you think we would do well?
I think Alexa and Rob would do very well.
Yeah.
I think we should vote for them. We will cheer them on.
If they had a father-daughter Amazing Race,
They would make it. You would.
yeah, because
They're both super competitive.
Because
you
we're the
guys.
same too. Like we can handle the same stuff.
Yep. Hey, Louisa and Michael, welcome.
Yeah, I was just thinking like because we're very different in a lot of ways.
We're the same, but not.
But Alexa and I are like,
They are.
The
It's
same.
hilarious. Actually, our son Elijah and I would just
guys
be
would-
chilling. We would chill while you and Alexa are
if it was
killing
me
it.
and Alexa against you two, we would steamroll you.
We would be out in like 2 seconds. Eli and I would be like, all right, see you guys. We're headed back home now.
Yeah. Basically, in our family, whoever has Alexa on their team wins.
Is going to win.
Any game, whatever it is.
She will win at all costs.
You can't beat her.
You cannot.
You'll see. We'll
Because
come on
she's
the Rome
determined.
cruise.
If you're on the Rome cruise,
Pick a
you'll-
game. You won't beat her.
Try it. I dare you. I dare you.
She used to play me when she was like 12 years old, 14 years old. She used to play me in Call of Duty. I couldn't beat her.
In Call of Duty, you guys.
Video games, it does not matter the game. Here you go.
Oh wow, they're ending that ANA around the world ticket. Bummer. I know of several people that were doing that. Alexa can beat me, join me. Can't beat me, join me. I think she meant.
We'd join you.
Oh hey Dave. Dave
Hey,
was busy
Dave.
filming.
Wow. I was busy filming. Wow.
Nice. Very nice, Dave. Congratulations.
Where are you going first on your trip, Dave?
Yeah, I don't remember where you guys are headed. But I know they're meeting up with people they met on the first cruise, on the first group cruise.
We saw a cool meetup in the community. It was Martin and Tanya met up with
The
the
Ignatios.
Ignatios. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. On a cruise, on a transatlantic.
On a cruise,
That was
yeah.
pretty cool.
That was cool.
Spain, Croatia, Bulgaria, and Turkey.
Wow.
Very nice. All good ones.
We've never been to Bulgaria.
Bulgaria is the only one we haven't been to. We got to get over there. You'll have to tell us how it is, Dave. Give us the down low.
Yeah.
RT,
Yeah.
yes, I can
Yeah.
see your comment.
I can see you. You have not been blocked. Hey,
Travis and
Travis and
Angel,
Angel. How you doing?
welcome.
Yeah. Although it's funny because I didn't see any of your previous comments, RT.
That is funny. I don't see them
Yeah.
up there. It's been a
Oh,
while.
no, I saw one. There's one up
Says
there.
I'm with you, Ted. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in there.
You're all good, RT.
You're good. Don't worry, we didn't ban you, RT.
Yeah. You know, at my age, sometimes my finger slips, so.
He's over here clicking and clacking on that mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to go over just the, if you're just joining, you want to know what the, RT asked for an affiliate link.
Oh, we
Okay.
didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, you guys got to message me though in the community because I was
Yeah.
gonna, that's what I was gonna say to the other person, which was
There were several. I think it was Monica.
and let's see,
There were a couple people.
It
Oh,
was
shoot,
almost
who was it?
retired abroad
That's
because
right.
if your name is different in the community than your name here, which a lot of them are different,
Mhm.
I won't know who you are. So
Yeah.
so definitely message me in one of the things in the community. Which credit card will you be applying for next? Vince wants to know. And will you video the approval or denial? I don't think we're gonna video the approval. Is that something people do? Is that like a baby reveal? Videoing your credit card approvals?
I've never seen that.
That's like what 50 and 60-year-olds do.
It'll
now.
be like, kids videoing like how they applied to get into college and that, you know what I mean? And like their parents stand around with them and they're like, yeah, we did it. I think that might be
Yeah.
what he's talking about. Because those are actually pretty funny, but I've never seen anyone do it for a credit card application.
So here's the thing though, we paid a lot of money this month, as we've already detailed. We actually didn't get any new credit cards.
We thought about getting one for taxes, but then we decided not to.
Yeah, sometimes like the thing is we probably should have got the IHG one, the business one, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were this close to getting it.
We don't like getting new credit cards. I know that a lot of people like it's like
It's
an
just
addiction.
a pain. Well, it's a pain for us.
It's a pain because then like we don't have a house and we don't like having the credit card mailed to the mailing service. Then we got to get it from them and then have it sent to a hotel. It's
a whole thing.
Yeah, unless we really need one, we don't like applying for them. So even though it's worth a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to have to really entice us. We came really close, though, this last month.
Hey, Rob, from Rob and Bren. We can send him the Scripty Monica.
Well, we can, if we're going to California, we might as well send it to our daughter.
We could send him to her, but
yeah.
We just don't like applying.
But thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's annoying, I feel like. I don't know. You're like, is it all right if I have a credit card?
Yeah.
And what happens too, I think because of the way we do our internet, like with the router and the VPN and all the stuff, I think sometimes the credit card companies, they're like a little squirrely with us and then you have to like say, hey, it's really me. Like a lot of the time they're like, we don't think it's actually
That's
you.
what it is.
And then it's like, oh, I don't want all that hassle. So then we don't do it.
Yeah.
Because we have to call in and verify that it's really me, that I actually applied for the card. And literally the last 3 cards we applied for were like that. And I think that's really why we don't do it, because it's annoying. Because we're not in the country.
It is. It does get annoying. Yeah.
They don't like VPN and all that stuff.
Hey, Michelle. Deborah says it is so a thing along with their limit and unboxing.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
I've never seen those before. But don't you worry. Us talking about it right now, internet's going to serve it to us and I will see something tomorrow. No worries.
That's right. Yeah. We didn't know that was a thing.
Hello, Michelle in North Carolina.
We need some of you guys to do it. You should do this before you.
That's right.
Before you start traveling, where you have easy access to
the
credit
unboxing of the cards. I could see that if it's a cool one, like the Amex Platinum. That one comes in a really cool packaging.
Yeah.
Which
Chase
I never
Sapphire
even.
Reserve.
Yeah, Chase Sapphire Reserve comes in a really cool packaging.
We never got to unbox any of our credit cards because
your mom did them for us.
They all went somewhere else.
We sent them to your mom. Now they just go to the service.
Yeah, it's not that exciting.
It's not very exciting.
Yeah.
Make Alexa apply for you.
I have to have Alexa do a lot of things for me. There's some things you can't get around with a
Yeah.
VPN.
Yeah.
She had to sign me up for my fantasy baseball league this year.
To work around their new security system.
She did it. She got it done. She's a good kid. She knows something's up when I'm saying, "Hey, you want to have some fun tonight?"
He's like, here we go.
Try to make it sound like it's going to be a fun game, doing some random task for us.
We're thinking about closing some cards. We just haven't done it yet. Again, it's just one of those things that just feels like it's annoying. And yes, I think we get kind of nervous about it. So that's how come we're probably dragging our feet on it. But we have a couple of cards that we need to just part ways with.
Close. Yeah.
They're paying money for no reason. Alexa.
I know I'm about to do something ridiculous when I get a message that says I'm going to do something really awesome.
Want to
Yeah.
do something
Wanna do
really
something,
awesome. That's what he used to say to her at home. Like, we could pay her to do like all kinds of silly stuff.
It used to be want to make a quick $5.
That's what it was before. But now she doesn't want to make
Now
$5.
she has a job, so I don't pay her for this stuff.
She needs a lot more than $5 now.
It would take more than $5 to get her to do some of that stuff. So I just say it's going to be a fun adventure.
You guys are in for a fun adventure if you're on the Rome cruise, because Alexa will be there. You'll be able to hang out with her.
Hey, Wallace.
Wallace, hello, welcome. Vince, one of the ones we're thinking about is that Hilton card.
We've been saying it for
We've
a year,
talked
though.
about it for a while. I know.
We've
We've
literally been
got to
saying
break up with them. Enough already.
For a year.
We've got to break up with them because it's a lot of money. It's not
We
cheap
just
either.
Yeah, we just did
I
the
just
free
paid
night.
the fee on it, but we did do the free night, and it was nice.
We stayed at the Waldorf Astoria.
It was nice. They treated us nicely.
It was
there.
really good. But just a reminder, check your accounts, like your Hyatt, your Marriott, for all your free nights, because like we have a free night now coming up that is going to be tough to use, but I think we're going to use it in CM Reap. So
Yeah,
it is
coming up.
It's coming up.
Unpaid intern behavior. Yes, Alexa.
So yeah. Oh, I was going to recap the group trips if you're coming in just now, what they are and how full they are. So these trips are all pretty much part of the Retirement Travel Jumpstart course and community. All the details are in there. If you want to go, get in the community, get in the course, get in the community, and then you can just sign up right there. We'll get you booked in. But the Iceland-Norway cruise, which is summer of 2026, it's got 63 people on it. It's going to be amazing. I am so excited about that trip. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to sail the Norwegian fjords, and so that is going to be just amazing. And to do it with so many great friends is going to be also amazing. There is a Rome YouTube cruise from Rome. It is only a week instead of 14 nights, and that's actually in the YouTube course. That one is still available. There is a safari in South Africa. That is full. That one basically sold out immediately, and there is a wait list. You can still apply and get on the wait list for that, but there is a wait list already for that. There is an Antarctica group expedition trip, November of 2026. That has 18 people on it, and that's a small ship, so that's already 10% of the ship. So that's going to be amazing. And then did I miss any? Oh, Da Nang is like in a month.
Yeah, like 4 weeks away. Just
And,
under, or right at.
I'm so excited for you guys. I know a ton of people in this chat are going to be there in Da Nang, and it's going to change your life because when you are traveling by yourself, it's one thing. When you're in this lifestyle and you know a lot of other people and you know people everywhere you're going, and you can just kind of, hey, you want to just meet up here? You want to meet up here? That's what you're going to be able to do after this Da Nang trip.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to know people. And so that's not the only one, though. If you can't make it to Da Nang, which I know that's pretty close, there's another big group trip happening in Hong Kong in October. So definitely check that out if you want to meet
Bali
people.
girls trip.
There's
in
a
November
girls trip in Bali.
with me.
And there's a Halong Bay trip that is already sold out too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we've been talking about adding one more trip, just because some of them are already full. So we really believe that you need to do this with some people. After doing this for as long as we have, we really believe that most people that end up having not a good time, it's because they didn't know anybody, and they got lonely, and they just went from there. So I think it's super important, and it's just a great time. So yeah, we're super excited. 1 month to go, guys, and then we will be we'll be on a food tour in Da Nang, but several of us are not eating. Trace, yeah, we're gonna keep doing group trips for sure.
Somebody was asking, I think, for links to where your trips, cruises are offered. Links are in the description to the 2 courses. There's the YouTube course, but most of the trips that we're talking about are in the Retirement Travel Jumpstart course. But if you're interested in doing YouTube, there's also a package where you can buy both of them and you get a discount for buying both.
Yeah.
And that's all down below in the description of this video.
And the good thing about it is, like, if you want to do some of these trips, the trips are a good deal because we end up getting a group rate. And so, like the Rome cruise and the Iceland cruise, it's a better price than you could get it for just if you were going to get it yourself. So not only do you get to go with people, you're getting to save money doing it.
Yeah. Ted mentioned you stayed at the Grand Hyatt in BGC in the Philippines. Yep. It was such a great hotel. We loved the lounge at that hotel. It was so good. That's probably one of the highest rated hotels we've stayed at also that I've rated on my travel. I did the review of it on my Travel Asia with Ali channel. We had a great stay there. We got a really nice upgrade. And we also, that lounge was amazing. The service in that lounge was ridiculous. It was so great.
Yeah. Ted, you know what my favorite thing about that hotel was? Is that there was a Denny's across the street. I love that.
Rob is an aficionado, not only of pizza, but his other favorite thing in the whole wide world is breakfast.
Yep. American breakfast.
American breakfast. And if he can get a good American breakfast, when he sees Denny's and he can go to a Denny's, you've never seen anyone happier than Rob Marmion. When he could get a good American breakfast, not the whole full English business, which you get at a lot of places. He doesn't want that. He wants a good American breakfast. And Denny's, he was happy with when we were there.
Yeah. Not Denny's in Japan, though. That's not real.
They do not have breakfast there. They do not have any of the meals. There's no Grand Slam. There's no nothing. It's just a Japanese restaurant, which is fine. The food was very good. However, it was not what we were expecting.
They used to have an IHOP in Bangkok, Maxine.
They did. They closed it. I was sad. We did go there a couple times because those pancakes are so good from IHOP.
Hey, when you have not been to a good American breakfast place, Denny's across the street, that's premium. It is definitely premium. I'm trying to think of a better breakfast. There's a pretty good breakfast in Bangkok called Breakfast Story. We started taking that.
Yeah, that actually was pretty good. Petra, yes, there is still space in Antarctica, although the ship is filling up, but there are still a few rooms left. And let's see, we're going on Quark.
Yeah. So just fill out there's a
form in the community.
Fill it out, and
and I'll get you booked in.
Shreya's Team Waffle House.
Waffle House. Yeah,
we're not getting
We're not getting Waffle House out here. Let me tell you that right now. If we did, we would be there.
Oh, there's a bunch of Sizzlers still in Thailand.
Yes.
We ate at Sizzler the other day.
We did. We ate at Sizzler. Actually, when we were in Rayong, we ate at Sizzler in that one. Yeah. Didn't you eat breakfast
I had breakfast at Sizzler.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Rob had breakfast. I don't know. What did I get? I got something Asian, which I always do. And then, like, you get the bar there, too. The salad bar in that. You get that, too. And then they have, like, a bunch of fruit and tons of desserts. So good. And it was cheap, too.
Something amazing about that. Like those old school buffets that we don't have anymore. Yeah.
Yes, we've been to, Deborah says that they've got IHOP there, excuse me, and all the other, and a lot of other US brands, including Rob's least favorite place, which is Chipotle.
No, that's not my worst. Panera.
Is it? Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I like Chipotle. For the record, I like Chipotle.
He does. You do hate Panera.
Panera.
He's got some real beef with the prices at Panera.
I have
so
real
ridiculous.
beef with Panera.
He gets so angry.
Take me to Panera.
Whenever we're home and a friend wants to meet at Panera, I don't tell him that I'm going to Panera because it starts a whole rant about how much he hates it. And he just gets so angry. It's
Happens
hilarious.
pretty
If you want
often,
to
too.
see Rob get angry, start talking to him about how much you love Panera. It's probably the only time you'll ever see him upset. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
you guys.
Denny's is okay.
That's exactly what I need to do, Monica. I just need to tell him, yeah, I'm going to meet her at Denny's. But then he's going to want to come.
Yeah, then I'll just come. It has to be something that I don't
They're
like.
opening a Chipotle in Mexico City. That makes zero sense to me. That's insane. That's actually insane.
See, other people's husbands
Oh,
don't
see?
like Panera either.
Cat Mom. There you go. You've got yourself a friend
Yeah.
who also hates Panera.
See, another one.
Another one. There's a lot of Panera haters out there. That's hilarious. I love their food, but I know Rob hates it, so we rarely go. Well, we don't ever go, but
Yeah.
I just meet friends there sometimes if I want some. Because for some reason I really like their tomato soup. I don't know why I love it so much, but I like their tomato soup, so I almost always get that.
Atlanta Bread Company. That's like this close to Panera. That's like, ooh.
Too close. It is overpriced. I do
Go to-
agree with you on that.
It's like, and it's like so kind of bad to go to the Atlanta Bread Company in
Here he
Atlanta.
goes. Here he
Like,
goes.
we're in Atlanta. We're going to the Atlanta Bread
He's getting
Company.
riled up.
We might as well just go to Panera at that point.
Oh my goodness, too funny.
Panera is overpriced. Yeah, tomato soup. Okay, there's one.
You're right, Ted.
There's one restaurant that I like worse than Panera,
Here
and
we
I
go.
know Linnell is with me on this one. Which, if you're watching this on
Here
the
we go.
replay, Linnell, then hello.
Yes, she's gonna watch this on replay.
We'll
She'll
see
see
you
it later.
We'll see you soon. Any restaurant that starts with the word salad, salad experience, salad, any of those salad.
Sweet
restaurants.
greens, sweet
Oh, no,
tomatoes.
sweet
He's
green.
like, no, thank you. He's like, I'm not going there.
Sweet green.
He's like, I'm not paying that much money for a salad.
Oh, Linnell is
Linnell
here.
made it. Rob's twin is here.
Linnell, I don't. Do you like sweet green?
I swear, Linnell is Rob's long lost twin sister.
I don't like sweet green. No,
They're-
they can. She says, nah,
Yeah.
they can keep
Yep.
that. That's
Yeah,
right.
I swear,
Yeah.
these two.
We're the same.
They're gonna be like, we won't even be able to tell you apart when we're in Da Nang.
Yeah.
You guys are hilarious. Linnell's a riot.
Oh. Put me, Linnell, and Alexa on The Amazing Race. That'd be entertaining.
Oh, that's a team. That's the dream team right there. I would cheer for you guys for sure.
Yeah. We would have
I
to
would
work.
support your
Alexa
team.
does eat vegetables, though. So
She does, so you're good to go.
she would eat all our vegetables.
She actually
for
eats plenty of vegetables.
us. Let's
Oh,
see.
RT had commented earlier about struggling with figuring out your niche. I think your comment got lost earlier. Sorry, RT.
Yeah. Have you heard of salad and go? No, that can't be good.
Oh, wow.
We have really dove off the Panera. Somehow we got sidetracked.
Very deep, deep.
Yeah, Ted's got me. If it starts with super salad.
See,
then-
Linnell just did a video that, like, Rob would absolutely do. I just tasted every burger in Guy's Burger Bar.
Oh, did you do a video?
She's
on
doing
that?
a video soon, she
Oh,
said.
wow.
Yeah,
That's a great
Carnivores
idea.
Unite.
That's
Yeah,
a great idea.
That's exactly what he wants.
We could do that. we could do. I ate at every burger place in Da Nang. I ate every pizza in Da Nang.
RT, post some of your ideas in the community of some of the things that you're thinking about after you go through that niche video, maybe watch it one more time and then try to post a few things that you're thinking about in the community, and then we can kind of all chime in and help you kind of help narrow it down a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, because that's what the community's for. I like taking a look at that stuff. Monica says she saw our Amtrak videos. Yeah, you're just gonna see me eating the
That's
burger.
right. He's from the Midwest,
and the
so
steak.
that's exactly, you've nailed his entire diet. Meat, potatoes, Rob, happy. That's why he was so happy in Romania. He really liked Romania once he figured out that they basically just ate meat and potatoes for the most part, just a ton of variations of them. He just skipped the cabbage, but basically he just ate meat and potatoes there, and you've never seen him happier. Or Colombia was the other place. He really likes the food in Colombia too.
Yeah. We're gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna eat in Vietnam. Da Nang. Any other picky eaters coming to Da Nang?
Well, besides your twin.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like if you're like saying to yourself, I don't know if I could travel the world, I'm a picky eater.
Exhibit
You're not
A.
worse than me.
Exhibit A.
You're not worse than me.
Honestly, when Rob and I met in college, we would be in the cafeteria, and the first time I saw him make a salad, I was like, that's not a salad. It's just a bowl of croutons with cheese on top. That's not even dressing. Like, that's actually not a salad. You just got a bowl of croutons and then you threw cheese on top. I was like, on what planet do you think this is a salad, sir?
That's
So
the best
yeah,
part.
that's what I had to deal with to begin with. But in 32, almost 33 years together, he has come a long ways. Even his mom is like, I can't even believe the stuff that he is eating. I'm like, I know.
When we met in college, I had never eaten rice in my life. I'd never had rice. She had only eaten rice.
Pretty much. I had never eaten at Taco Bell. I was 19. Like, why would I eat at Taco Bell?
Yeah. So like,
my mom was making Dominican food every day at home. Why would I eat at Taco Bell?
our first dates were rather interesting because I'd be
Okay.
like, I'm going to introduce you to this place called Taco Bell. And then she would take me to places that I had never even
Exactly. I am
considered.
such a food person. Seriously. My mom was like, what does he eat? When he first came home with me, I was like, potatoes. Do we have potatoes anywhere? My dad literally went to the store and got potatoes just for Rob because we didn't even have potatoes. They didn't have potatoes at home. They were like, he only eats potatoes. I was like, he'll eat whatever meat you make, but he will not eat that rice. It took him a while, but now he loves rice, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
It took him forever, but then he started liking it. My mom obviously thought that he, was offended and thought that he didn't want to eat her cooking, but he's just a good old-fashioned Midwestern guy.
Yeah.
But now he's really, it's amazing. He actually eats quite a lot. So he has, especially in these last 8 years, tons of stuff, which is insane. Even Alexa's like, Dad ate that? Now he's like, I can't keep him out of like shabu and all that kind of stuff. So
I do only eat the meat there, though.
he does. That's true. He does not eat the vegetables. I put them in there in hopes that he might pick one up by mistake and eat it, but he doesn't. So I just end up eating it.
Yeah. Linnell, don't be worried about all these soup and pho and pasta videos. There's food for us.
You'll have plenty of stuff. The prawn is quite good if you do like prawns. It's so delicious.
I
The
don't
food
eat
is really
seafood
good.
either.
Yeah, that's also true. You guys.
Let's see.
Have you seen The
haven't-
Accountant 2 yet?
Nope,
No.
we did just see a movie in Bangkok.
Yeah, we saw
What did we see?
The Amateur. It was good.
Yeah.
It was actually much better. I went into it not knowing what I was looking at. Like, I didn't really even research it. I just was like, well, those actors in the commercial look pretty good, and the trailer looked good. So I was like, sure, why not? So we did. It was actually quite good.
Yeah, Alexa used to try to get me to eat ramen years ago, and I would not. And now I eat it.
That's right.
So, oh, Jack's gonna eat scorpion on a stick. No.
Yeah,
no.
see, Alexa thought that I was joking when I told him you were eating ramen.
No,
and
Jack.
hot pot.
We're not eating scorpion. I don't even think Allie would eat scorpion on a stick.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about it. So maybe if we're together, maybe we'll do that, Jack. we run into each other.
Yeah, if Allie was with people eating
been on
it,
the fence.
she would eat it. I
I
would
might
not.
do it. Like, I'm open to a lot of things. Like, I ate camel when we were in Dubai. Rob was like, no, ma'am. He didn't even want to kiss me after that. I think it was like 2 days.
Camel.
After
Not
we
good.
rode the camels, then we ate camel. And he was like, why would you do that?
I didn't ride the camel either. I didn't ride the camel or eat the camel.
I did both. I just kind of, I mean, kind of a crazy when it comes to that stuff. But if it involves heights, I'm out. I don't go that far. Rob's cookbook would be pages and pages of grilled beef, meats, and beef stew.
That's right.
That's essentially was his role at home. Whenever we were grilling stuff, which was often, it was
Yeah.
Rob's job. And then we threw all the stuff in the crock pot for the beef stew.
Yeah. Well, a channel eating bugs. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You should, Wallace. Tell her.
That's right. Well, we are super excited. Was there did I do a lot of barbecue channel examples?
I don't know, but we did talk a lot about barbecue. You talked about
I
barbecue
probably did.
earlier.
I probably talk about barbecue a lot. We used to go to Red Lobster a lot. That is true. And I would always get the steak.
After visiting an aquarium, that's hysterical. You guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
I like it. Tana eats bugs. You should do it. Do it, Wallace.
Do it. I would watch it. I would definitely watch it. We're watching a lot of YouTube these days.
We've let a lot of secrets out of the bag today. A lot of cats out of the bag today that maybe people didn't know.
Yeah.
One lump or two funny. Nice.
Well, we are super excited to see you guys, though. I mean, what is it? It's a month.
A month
from today.
Exactly 1 month, I think.
A month from tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow.
For us, it's tomorrow. So for us, it's a month from today. And we will be seeing you guys in Da Nang. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're going to Da Nang and you're not in the group chat, in the group me, jump in there.
Make sure you jump in.
Lots of conversations
convos.
going on in there. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. So, because, Vietnam is just great. Like, we talk about Thailand, how amazing Thailand is. Vietnam is amazing,
We do
too.
love Vietnam, too.
And we may love Cambodia. We'll see. We've not been here long
We've only
enough
been
to
here
know.
2 days. So far, it's pretty good, though. We've met some very nice people in the first 2 days.
So far, it's been good.
But we need to leave the radius of our hotel, which we haven't done yet.
Yeah. We're going to get some, based on Fear Factor. We used to watch Fear Factor. Oh, man. We used to watch Fear Factor.
We did.
That was crazy. Yeah. It was always the second challenge where you'd have to eat the bugs, right,
Yeah.
Leno?
Yeah,
So-
something super gross.
So we were thinking, like, if we ever went on Fear Factor, Allie would have to do the second challenge. I would have had to do the first challenge and the third challenge, which is how they normally did it. Almost every couple always put the man first and third and the woman second. And I'll never forget, there was this one couple. We were watching Fear Factor. This had to be 20 years ago. And they were like, we're going to do this. We're going to get through this whole show. And we're never going to say no to anything. And they did that same strategy. The man first and third, and the woman did the second challenge. And she was like, I don't care about bugs. I don't care about eating anything. And the challenge that they gave the second person was to shave your head. And when they put the camera on her, she looked like she was going to lose it. I think she did shave her head.
I think she did end up doing it, if I remember correctly.
But then I was like, man, that's terrible, because now she shaved her head. If her husband doesn't win the third challenge,
She shaved her head
it's
for
all
nothing.
for nothing. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
I'd be like, oh, you're doing that challenge, buddy.
No, I would have told you just to drop out.
Drop out. I don't think I have a good scalp. I don't know.
Yeah, the hissing cockroach.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have shaved my head. But
Oh my gosh, yeah, those 1,000-year-old black eggs. Oh my gosh, I remember those. Those were so. I can't imagine how those must have smelled.
yeah, well, we we, we have. I think we've reached the end of the line. We're talking about 30-year-old shows now, so
And 1,000-year-old eggs.
it is time for us to go to bed. But we'll be here next week, yeah.
Yep, we shall be here. Yeah, still here. So we'll be coming to you from Cambodia still.
Yeah, from Cambodia, and yeah, jump in, chat with us, community or the group me, the gang in Da Nang, Gary. I like it.
That's right. All right, guys.
Everybody have a good week. Get on your YouTube challenge if you're not on
That's
it
right.
yet. We're gonna hit ours tomorrow, and enjoy your week, and we will see you soon.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.